Hi, good morning. It's August 2022, and I'll get straight to the point. I'm tired. The Summer Wells case mentally has drained me, and I find that I have less and less to say about her case because the Summer Wells name on a larger scale has not only become a marketing tool, but also has strayed into other cases, a Utah case, a Kingsport child custody case, and so on. And I have nothing to say about those periphery situations. I'm only concerned with what happened to a now 6.5-year-old little girl on June 15th, 2021. Whatever law enforcement has in the way of evidence in this case regarding culpability and what they can build a prosecution's case on is 90% withheld from the general public. And looking at it over a year later, I can see why they made that decision in part. If it was purely to protect the integrity of the case, so be it. If it's to protect other people's careers, what can I do about that? I live in Michigan, not Tennessee. The people of Hawkins County, Tennessee have seen fit to re-elect Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, as is their right, at the voting booth. Doesn't matter what my opinion is of that, if I even have one, which I kind of really don't. We've seen creators splintering off with wild speculation and infighting over who has custody of the Summer Wells story. Nobody has custody over the Summer Wells story. It's her story, not ours. And if we want to honor her, we should be telling her story, not all this wild, crazy, baseless speculation and accusation. And all of that has led up to a massively unnecessary amount of drama. And it's the drama that is just absolutely wearing me out. I can't even go into a chat anymore because I am unwilling to sit through post after post after post in chat saying Don Wells is the devil, Candace Wells is fill in the blank, when none of it is true unless we can prove it. And in order to prove it, it has to stand up in a court of law. So let's start with the timeline. Nobody agrees on what the timeline is, and without the timeline, everything else falls apart. Next, means. Did any individual or combination of individuals have the means to cause Summer to go missing? Next is motive. We have no agreement on what the motive is on why Summer is missing, and there are a lot of speculations on what motive might be, but no proof of any of it. For example, somebody is going to say in comments, hey, what about CPS and the CPS case, in quotes. Well, we can't even agree whether we know definitively if the CPS case was open or closed on June 14th, and we can't agree definitively if CPS was coming out for a visit on June 15th or June 16th, or if they reopened a case on June 16th. Without that knowledge, CPS involvement is not proven and is not a motive. And then there's opportunity. Without the timeline, it's impossible to calculate who had opportunity at what time during the day. So, for example, if you go back to the watering hole, which I totally disagree with any water hole theory, you would say that Candace and H had opportunity. You could also say Grandma Candy, if she was even there, and it seems like less and less people are believing that she was there, she might have opportunity. One adult and one minor opportunity, or 2 adults and 1 minor opportunity at the watering hole to cause a situation whereby Summer Wells would end up missing. However, she was home. According to TBI, Leslie Earhart spokeswoman, she was home. at some point in the afternoon, sometime between 2:30 and 6 p.m. 416 days, or 1 year, 1 month, and 21 days, excluding the end date as of today, August 6th, 2021, which is Saturday. Most of the time you have already heard what I have to say because Michelle After Dark has released it before I get to it because she's ahead of us. So at this point, I just don't know where to go with this anymore. And with so little feedback from my subscriber audience, it's hard for me to gauge what's interesting to you and what piece of this big puzzle we should run down next. My inclination is to look at motive and opportunity for a wide variety of people that have been mentioned in this case, but that's a heck of a lot of work, and frankly, I just don't have the energy to do it by myself. If it's something you're interested in discussing, please let me know in comments. I would be happy to do it, but I can't do all this by myself anymore. I'm just too tired. No, this has not been a scintillating update with scandalous content, but it's never been that here on this channel. But I do thank you for joining me. God bless you, and I will see you real soon.